Welcome to part 9 of my campervan conversion series. After we removed the bulkhead at the start of our conversion, we were left with these ugly uncovered seats. So in this video, I'll be walking through how we reupholstered them. I'll also be including a quick sewing lesson on the stitch we used to hold the fabric in place. The first step was working out what shape the fabric would need to be. We pinned some leftover wallpaper to the seats and cut it to shape to make our pattern. On our first attempt, we tried to reuse some of the leftover fabric from the carpet lining, sewing the two pieces together the same way you would to make a bag. But this ended up being way too thick and the grey didn't go well with the black seats, so I ended up ordering some black fabric instead. I reused the same pattern as before, pinning it to the fabric and using it as a guide when cutting it out. And after giving it a quick iron, it would be ready to go in the van. I pinned the fabric in place after making sure everything was lined up right. The lower sections on the passenger seats were a bit of a challenge because there was less fabric to sew into. To give myself more to work with, I sewed this piece in place. I decided to use Velcro on the lower sections where there wasn't any material to sew into. You could use Velcro for all of it or just glue the fabric down, but I wanted to get the best finish possible. And a few days later we were ready to sew in the material, but first I had to glue in the other side of the Velcro. Before we move on, I'll walk you through the stitch I used to sew in the fabric. It's fairly simple and I learnt it for this job with no sewing experience beforehand. We start by cutting out 1 meter of thread. This length is ideal as it's less likely to get knotted as you sew. We use a curved needle because it can reach in and out of the fabric more easily. We pull the thread through until there's only a few centimeters left at the end. And then we tie a knot by picking through as small a piece as possible, then threading the needle through the loop we just made. Hold on to the end of the thread as you pull the knot tight. I always do this at least twice to make sure it's secure. Through the loop again and pull tight. This may take a few tries to get right, but you don't want to be pulling loose thread through the fabric. When your first knot is secure, you can thread your needle up through the second piece of fabric. Then pull it tight and thread it back through the first piece. And then pull the needle back out through both pieces. Make sure that the visible thread is straight and that the needle comes out in line with the first stitch to be as neat as possible. Then you repeat the process, being careful not to tie knots as you go. Continue until you start to run out of thread. When it's time to end a stitch, I sew back into the base piece, into a place where it won't be seen. In this case it will be in the seat of the van. I do an extra stitch to make sure that the final visible stitch will be tight. Then we tie a knot just like before. The amount of fabric I picked into here was almost too much. It should be as small as possible as long as it's not so thin it could break. And finish by cutting off the loose thread. Then you should have a fairly secure stitch. The last step was sewing in the fabric. The whole process took about 3 hours, and some parts of the chair were quite tough to get through, so I'd recommend using a fairly large needle as they're easier to hold on to. Here's an example of how I end a stitch in a place that will be out of sight, while also leaving enough space to start the next one. I did as much of the side as possible and tied the final knot underneath the Velcro before moving on to the next section. When I finished the passenger seats, I used a pin to hold the stitch in place while I tied it off. Then the remaining fabric could be tucked under the plastic seatbelt trim. The lower sections of the seats were the most tricky, as it's hard to see what you're doing, so I'd recommend leaving them to the end so you'd have time to practice. It also makes a good place to tie off the final stitch, as it will be out of sight. Here's a quick before and after. Thank you for watching.